Do I have like 3 brave souls who would just get up and just tell a really quick story? I would love that. Don't make me point to you. Yes, fantastic. Dad, come on up. Right here. A round of applause. It's okay. One more time, tell me your name.
Rodney.
Rodney. I don't know why I'm having you. Rodney is just going to tell us a brief story. And this is either going to be 100% true or 100% false. Right, Rodney?
Sure.
I'm going to lure you over to this spot right here. So, like, you want to find a power spot, and you can right here be less nervous. That's good. So Rodney's going to tell us a story, and we're going to decide whether it's true or false. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, a little background. Before I moved back to New York, I worked in law enforcement. One of my stints I worked was in the jail. If anyone's familiar with the process in the jail, DWI, they would always bring in a DWI suspect. They process them by the intoxilizer, go through a whole process. North Carolina, they have the option of having a witness that test. So I'm working one night in the jail, and Highway Patrol has brought in a young man who's intoxicated, and the trooper calls up to the control room and he says, hey, this guy's buddy's out in the lobby, can you bring him in and let him come back to witness the test? So I holler out to the front lobby through the speaker, I said, is Joe there, can you come back? Obviously, if I'm going to let him into the facility, I have to search him and make sure he doesn't have any weapons. And I bring him in, and it's like an airlock. You open the door, close the door. So I bring him in, and he's intoxicated as well. So I say to him, Joe, you know, I need to pat you down, make sure you don't have any weapons or anything. So put your hands on the wall, please. And I pat him down. I notice in his pocket a bag, and it's real squishy, and it's a corner of his sandwich bag sticking out of his pocket. And I think,
oh my God.
My instinct says, he has drugs in his pocket. What do you know? So I step back, no weapons. And I said, what you got in your pocket, Joe? You got a bag of weed? He goes, yeah. So I bring him in and I set him down and I call
Joe.
the narcotics officers and say, so now we're going to search him a little further, you know, and he has a wad of bills about this big, all 5s and 10s. And I said, Joe, what are you doing? Are you a dealer? Are you selling pot? He says, no, it's the football and pool money. So he's also got gambling money, so his situation went from bad to worse.
Poor Joe. Oh my God.
I call the trooper and I say, sorry, but your friend can't come witness. Anybody else? He says, well, Mary's out in the lobby. Could you get Mary? And Mary's passed out. She can't stand up. So poor guy didn't have a witness.
Oh my God. Give Rodney a round of applause. Stay right there. Stay right there. A very brave soul. Now this story is either 100% true or 100% false, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So how many people in this room think this story is false? Anybody? Anybody back there? Judge and jury? Why do we know that this story is 100% true?
I don't think you can make that up.
How can you make that up? How can you make that up? Number one. Number two, there's something that Rodney did. If this story is false, you're an actor, okay? I'm going to give you a contract if I could give you one. You told the story in a way where you clearly were the details were great, and he was reliving. We could see it, you know, reliving it, and he was really, really specific. You know, it was detailed. Why else, if it was true, why else do you think it was true? You can't make that up. That's one thing. Anybody else? There was nothing that was emotionless, you know. Even though you told the story in a really, really fun. First of all, look at that face. How can you this guy? He just seemed like an honest guy. You know what I mean? And now you're going to tell me the story's false, and I'm going to totally die. Yes, yeah.
I think he was true up until he hit Mary.
Mary? Oh, the Mary part might be because to have that many intoxicated people and.
Yeah. I mean, unless they were my friends, and I don't have a friend named Mary, it's unlikely that would happen.
Does this relive the experiences that you used to have with Jessica? No. I was just saying. I'm kidding. Rodney, is this story 100% true, 100% false?
100% true.
Yay! Good. What I want to say which I'm going to get to later, he had great use of his hands. And every single one of us, look, just what you're doing right now is good. Every single one of us worries when we're doing a presentation, what do I do with my hands? Whatever you want to do with them. Right? So back here is a good place. You're very comfortable right now. But when he was just, I knew it was true because he was describing things with his hand. I was led to believe it was true because his hands naturally were in a place. His body language was saying that he was recalling the experience. So have a seat. Great job. 2 more. Come on. In the back. Come up. Come up. Come up. That'd be fantastic. Thank you so much for doing this.
I'm Lindsay.
Give Lindsay a round of applause.
So, for those who don't know, I'm Lindsay, student advisor. My story is a little background as well. I have a dog. His name is Reed. He's a Chihuahua. Excuse me.
It's okay.
So, I have a dog, Reed. He's a Chihuahua. I got him as a rescue. He was from a puppy mill, and I had him, it was fall when I got him, and so it was one Saturday morning. I needed to let the dog out. I'd had a little bit to drink the night before. I wasn't feeling the greatest, but I was like, all right, I'll just get up, let the dog out, take him for a quick walk. I lived in a small town. What's up? At this time, and so I took him, I get his leash, and it was one of those retractable leashes with the hard handle. So here I am in my pajamas, looking a mess. Early Saturday morning, just gonna go take my dog for a quick walk around the block. And I'm holding onto the leash, but not really tight. He weighs like 6 pounds. I need to use a lot of force. Just kind of walking along. And he pulled, and I dropped the leash. So this scares him because it shatters. And he takes off running.
What shatters?
The leash, the handle, the hard handle of the leash shattered.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And I looked at him, and he started running. And I'm like, oh my God, I've had this dog for 2 weeks. He's not gonna come to me, he's nervous. So I'm calling after him, like, Reed, come on. Nothing. He just starts running. So I started to chase him. And big mistake. He just kept running. And so at this point, I've left my little cozy neighborhood where no one saw me in my pajamas looking a mess to Main Street of Marcellus. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm running down the street and I see a man walking with his pit bull.
Nope.
And I'm like, oh God. His pit bull is so well behaved. He's just like, oh, here, he pulls his dog to the side. I'm chasing him in flip-flops, my pajama pants, his hair is all a mess. I'm like, Reed, chasing this tiny dog down the street. And the guy walking the big giant pit bull just looks at me and he's like, oh, sorry, I couldn't catch your dog. I'm like, oh, okay. So I just keep running, and then the most embarrassing thing ever happened. It was senior car wash day at the high school. So there are kids with big signs like, come to the car wash. And they see me chasing this tiny little dog down the street in my pajamas on a Saturday morning. There's cars pulling in and looking at me, and I'm chasing this tiny dog. And he finally turned down the street and stopped, and I don't know what made him stop, but he let me pick him up. And so I had to pick him up and carry him about 3 or 4 blocks home.
Oh.
Again, looking a mess. It was not fun.
All right, let's give her a round of applause. Stay right there. Lindsay, right? Lindsay, yeah. Lindsay just told this great story about the dog getting away. And what kind of dog was it?
Chihuahua.
A Chihuahua. Aha. And this story is either 100% true or 100% false, right? Okay, so how many people in this room believe that this story is false? You do. 2 people. Good. Why?
Well, when she started, she was looking down a lot, and it was like she was fishing for details.
So sometimes what happens is that when we're thinking, when I direct actors, I always say think out, not down, right? Because the minute we look down, we detach from the situation. So just some natural responses in trying to recall cast suspicion on your details. How fascinating! Yes.
She didn't look out at the crowd. She looked down.
So, if there was you acknowledged, which I thought was very brave, that you suddenly were nervous once you got in front of the room, and so that made you adjust your focal point, perhaps. And again, in doing so, it casts some suspicion. People who thought it was true. Why is it true? Yes.
Well, almost the same thing happened to me with 2 chihuahuas. So. Walking my mother, because my mother had 2 chihuahuas, and the older she got, the more I walked them, and they got away with me. Except it wasn't like senior wash day or anything like car wash day or anything like that. But it was in the neighborhood first thing in the morning, and.
Christina. Yeah, Chris. So what I love about this is in our storytelling or in our presentation, what we're really trying to evoke is an emotional response, right? A familiarity, a sense of like camaraderie, and the I am you of the situation is always really, really compelling. You know, I wanted to make sure that you knew that I love and appreciate this. We had never met before. You and I have never met before, and I wanted you to know how much I love where you live. So I'd rather be like, hey, I'm from New York, and I wanted to say I love being here, and I'm so happy to be here. So I wanted to make sure that you understood that I am you. Okay. Yeah. So that the oneness of it. Who else? Why was it? Yes.
It must be a Chihuahua thing. If you've ever owned a Chihuahua, her story is beyond real. The only thing is both of mine that I've had refuse to wear collars. They freeze.
Well, they get out of things.
They won't put a collar on. However, my Chihuahua that I have now, my dog bit the postman, they're little ankle biters, it's true.
It's true? Oh, wow.
She bit the postman. And after she bit the postman, he dropped his bag and she took off. And she's 4 pounds, and she's black and white like a cow. So you don't really know what you're looking at when you see her running down the road. And
She's black and white like a cow. A Chihuahua and a cow.
That's right. She was different. But I was barefoot. And when I got back to the house, I had little pebbles stuck in the bottoms of my feet from running so hard because she was actually outrunning me. And I was much thinner at the time.
Kim, right?
Yes.
I just have to say something. I just have to say, your command of the room and your ability to project sitting down just kills me. Before, when you got up and you went to speak, your voice got really small. You were so eloquent. You were magnificent, right? I can hear, oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe it. So just stand up and do that stuff. Okay. Lindsay.
Yes.
Is this story 100% true or 100% false?
Though it is absolutely ridiculous, it is 100% true.
Give Lindsay a round of applause. Thank you. So some of the stuff that came up, I'm going to address in just a second, but I just want one more storyteller, just one more storyteller. Oh, you can do it, you can do it. Just somebody be brave. Yes, thank you. Tell me your name again? Scott. Scott. Give Scott a round of applause. Because it was going to be Justin next, and he would not have appreciated that. Thank you, Scott. So here we go.
I just got done taking a tree down. I had a tree taken down in my yard, and I had the guys take it. It was a big tree, big stumps like this. And I had them set them aside so I could split it. Borrowed a splitter from a friend of mine, wood splitter. My wife was helping me take them and put them on the splitter. And I told her, I go, step back. They're bouncing. As they come off, they snap and fall on the ground. I've had them snap and hit me while she was doing it. And she's like, no, I'm all set. So I stick it on there. You know, hydraulic splitters, they come in and they're pointed like this. She's grabbing it as it's going in.
Oh.
Away from and I had to stop. I would step back. She goes, no, I'm all set. I go, get your hands away. It's coming back. It falls. I step back. She steps back. And I'm like, get away from the thing. I don't want you near it. I get another one, smaller, split it, and it snaps again. She's like, get away. She comes in and does it again, grabs it as it's coming in. I'm like, Okay, I put it on, all of a sudden the wood splits, falls, and lands on her foot, right here. She's like, ow, 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 and it hit me too on mine, and I'm like, okay. She goes back, sits on the porch, which is probably from here to where the end of there, and I'm watching her and everything, I'm finished splitting the wood, and all of a sudden she leans back. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Finish it, shut it off, put the splitter in the garage, I walk over, she's got the blood,
Oh.
got the hose, spray it with the hose, get the blood off, and she wakes up. She had passed out on me. I
Oh.
look at it and I'm like, yeah, we're going to the hospital. I'll try and make this real quick. Went to the hospital, did all the paperwork. She's sitting in there 5 times, asked her a question. What happened? She told her. I got upset because 5 times it's getting old. You go, listen, she didn't shut up. I threw a piece of wood at her. They start writing that down.
Oh, you know that. You know that that's what's going to happen, right?
Great, great. My wife's like, he has a 6th sense of humor. She gets all stitched up. We go home. 2 days later, I got to paint the garage now. I'm up on the garage with a ladder like this, 2-story garage, scraping and everything. All of a sudden, the ladder gives out on me. It starts going like this. She grabs the ladder, puts the best foot forward to stop the ladder. I stop just at the bump where I knew it was going to stop, but right below me was the wood pile that I just split. And I'm going, yep, that's going to hurt. I go, okay, you can move. She goes, I can't. My foot's stuck under the ladder. So I get on the wood pile, I move the ladder, and yep, she takes off 3 toes, gets them all mad.
Oh.
I look at him and I go, guess where we're going? This was 2 days later. We're going to the hospital again. Get into the hospital, get to the emergency room. I go, you don't have to do any changes. I go, I was just here 2 days ago. Security even knew me. Walk in, they're in there. She goes, the nurse goes, can you step out for a minute?
Of course.
So I knew it was gonna
Of course, of course.
My wife goes, you can come back in now. So we look at it. She gets all stitched up. Long story short, she broke this toe, all 3 toes, disintegrated the bones. Her both feet are all like this.
Oh, I thought they were going to arrest you for abuse.
I thought too, and I'm like, oh. You know, I'm like,
So it's Scott, right?
Yeah.
Give Scott a round of applause. So stay right there. This story is either 100% true or 100% false, right? It's 100% true or 100% false. Is there anybody in this room that thinks the story is false? Anybody? Criminal justice to the yes. What do we have to say? Why?
Well, he wasn't real detailed or emotional, like somebody who was like remembering that moment. Like for me, maybe it might be a gender thing, but for me, I would remember every there would be yelling and screaming and cussing. And,
What I loved was
so many times.
Scott has an eye. What did you say? What?
You can only tell a woman so many times to stop.
Don't incriminate yourself. You're really quit while you're ahead. So Scott has an IMU way about him. You're very casual, so that casts a little suspicion that he was sort of, and your sense of humor is really dry, which is really magnificent. But it was not useful in the hospital. So what I want to say is, number, where is it? 7. Know your audience. Your sense of humor may not be their sense of humor. Very, very, very important in a public speaking situation. If you don't regard who's in the room, or whether it's off-color humor, or if you're too dry or too subtle or too whatever, you have to speak the language of the people who you're addressing, right? As best, if you're working with young people and they tend to use a lot of curse words, that's not way to access them. But I thought that what played to your advantage and your disadvantage in this situation is that was your casual throwaway kind of subtle style, So I could see why someone. What else did you find doubtful about it, if anything?
I don't know, just the whole thing. I mean, it seemed like it would be more of, no offense, more of like a fantasy in his head that would happen because his wife was really annoying him.
You have been working a very long time. I'm going to go back in the criminal world. I'm going to go back to what Josh just said before about the other story. It's it's just you can't make that stuff up. I really feel like this is you can't make that stuff up. But I'm going to ask. So everyone else in this room, yes.
Well, it's funny because I come from healthcare social work and had the same thoughts you did. If you show up in the same emergency room 2 days later with suspicious kind of wounds, it's very hard to figure you'd walk out of there.
Where I come from, he would be out of that room and in with security and being questioned. I thought that's where this was going.
That didn't ring true to me.
I thought really for sure that was where it was coming from. All right, Scott, this story is either 100% true or 100% false. What is it?
100% true.
You're going to show us a picture of your wife's foot?
I forgot to tell you, when the wood split and fell on her foot, she was wearing flip-flops.
Oh, talk about subtle
I
delivery.
got a picture of her foot.
Oh, my God, my God. Now, you love her, right? And you take good care of her, right? Get the spell that the spousal abuse. What's that?
We have your sense of humor, Scott. It's okay.
You have a sixth sense of humor. Give him a round of applause. That was amazing. Okay. Before I do this, I wanted to say this one more time. So there are purple forms, and if you want me to address something, I'll leave a Q&A section for the end with a little bit of time. If you want me to address something specific or you want to ask a question, just write on the purple thing and then hand it to me as I walk around the room, okay? And I already don't remember who handed me these, so if you want to, I'm not going to I obviously nothing personal is going to be on there, but let's just look at the rest of these, and then I have this other exercise. And I'm going to look for three to five brave souls. We're going to do our voiceover exercise. Oh, fantastic! Thank you. We'll talk about what your body does, but I just really keep on the focus on vocal variety and excitement in your voice. And since I am a voiceover artist, I found some magazine ads. And what I want to do is find some people who are willing. You don't have to get up. All you have to do is, you have to get up, but you don't have to get up here. You can stand in your spot and read it. And all I want you to do is invest yourself in just excitement. We're going to just really learn how. I brought different ads, I have the Progressive Flow, Flow. I have her ad, and I have a Raisin Bran ad, and I have Clinique. I do this with my college students, and they love it. I have a Lufthansa, Clinique, another Clinique. There's the Flow Progressive one, and we can do that as a male or a female. It works really well. I'll do that one for you right now. Subaru.
It should be Flo.
Flo? She should be Flo?
She was just talking about how much she likes Flo.
No, I was just saying she graduated from Sweden.
She did, yeah.
I'm volunteering you, okay? You're going to do Flo. And you can blame her later. Nordic Naturals, some Omega vitamins, United Airlines. So basically, I will promise you, listen. I'll just do this one cold. I haven't done this one in a while. But you're just going to focus on the voice, and we're going to try to not be monotone in our delivery, right? We're going to find words in our speech, and I'm just going to find something that you can emotionally attach to. That's what I'm trying to do. Have an emotional commitment. I gave it to her because you said you were just talking about Flo, and she loves Flo. Right. We have to love, if you're into travel or cars. I have Subaru, I have fancy cars, I have a fancy watch ad. HP, Intuit Payroll, if you happen to be an accountant, Lufthansa Airlines. So I'm just going to do United Airlines. There's a whole world with your name on it. Over 370 destinations throughout the world. The world is yours. Come and claim it. Whether it's business or pleasure, meetings or greetings, we've got over 370 destinations throughout the world to introduce to you. For reservations and information, go to united.com. United, a Star Alliance member. Okay, that's all you have to do, okay? So you're going to read the copy, and you're just going to find, I had never read that one before, so that was a little scary just now. What's that?
I gotta book my United flight right now.
So you're just going to use a voice, or not use a voice. You're going to just use your voice. So when when you do this copy, when you do anything, you find a way to sort of and love it, and trance yourself or enter the world of the product, and you're going to sell it. So I have a person over here who actually is a voiceover artist. Give her a round of applause. I just listened to her. She just did her demo, and so you're going to go through this and pick. Did any one of those things? That's a infinity ad. Yeah.
Every moment feels.
That's good, because I heard your voiceover. That's perfect. So you're going to do the infinity ad while I'm talking. Anybody else have a volunteer? Oh, yes! Great, great, great. So we have like United. There's, you want to just look through there? What strikes your fancy? There's a couple of Clinique ads, Raisin Bran. Fantastic. So what's happening here is that it's got omega-3 and flaxseed, so it's really going to do the trick. Anybody else? One more. Yes, thank you. Fantastic. So what strikes your fancy? United, a car. Are all my volunteers female? I need one guy. Come on, guy. Yes! All right, great. Okay, fantastic.
United.
Yeah? There's a whole one, the one I just did? Okay. Or you want to go to Istanbul?
Oh, no. Is that what you just did?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You sure?
No?
Let me give you one that's a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
Oh, unless you want Lufthansa, that's the same idea. Sure. So you're going to say travelers, passengers, guests. On the ground above the clouds, we have one to focus on, you. Non-stop you. Read that. And then end it with Lufthansa, okay? You don't have to read to view their stores. You don't have to read that.
Okay.
Make sense? Okay? Okay, I'm going to give them a chance to look these over. Yeah, okay. Do you want car or travel or... So I got flu. That one's a car. There's a Subaru one. There's a fancy watch thing. Yeah, that one? Let me see if you want. Maybe you have that choice too. So you say, the world keeps getting smaller. Leave a small footprint. Introducing the all-new or whatever. Either one of these, whatever one of these strikes your fancy. Okay? Okay, good. So while they're looking that over, let's go through 6 through 10. So know your speaking space. This really matters because you want to know where you are and you want to eliminate any possibility of something tripping you up. But also you want to walk the space. You want to be familiar with the space. So I got here, I didn't know what was going to be here and where I was like, I don't want to use the podium. And it didn't take long to walk the space. And but I really cared about like how the room was going to be set up. I want to be able to walk among you. So what you want to do is have as much comfort, ease, so that you don't lean on a podium that's not secure, sit in a chair that's not really, you don't want to do something that's going to, if you're going to handle the microphone, like a lot of times microphones have, how many times have you been to a situation where someone's like, oh, this is on. Is this what, ooh, see, it just happened. My belt just got caught on this little thing because I didn't step behind this thing. So it's always good. It's always good. Oh, that's good. Lufthansa. So you want to be, how many times have we been in a situation where like they go to move something and then you hear creak, and then you go, oh, like if you're going to handle something, do it in advance. I'm using the microphone now that I've got one. So you just want to get yourself comfortable. And the thing is, if you haven't been into the room, you don't know exactly, you don't want to like bend your body down into the thing, or you have to know where to talk, where to put your hands, right? So get to the space early, get comfortable with your environment, know where you're talking from, okay? Then find a place, once you're in the room, find a place in the room or somewhere nearby to be quiet and breathe. So you go back to step 1. So you're in your space, you've taken the space, and then you're going to think through everything that you're about to do. And you're just going to make sure you breathe diaphragmatically, blow up the imaginary balloon, and get yourself centered so that your center of gravity is down. So by the time that you're being introduced or whatever's going to happen, you can take your space, you can own your space. And then always try to pick a spot in the room. Like I wanted to walk around and be among you, but you don't want to be in a spot that's going to diminish or weaken you. See how weak I am over here? And whereas over here, weak meaning like, you have to strain yourself, and I'm already telling, I don't even have to say this isn't going to take very long or I'm not very important. I'm moving to a spot that automatically says it, right? So you want to be in a place where you're like, I'm here, I see. If you can see them, they can see you. Right? That's the whole thing. If you can see them and make eye contact, then you can say you. Okay? Scott, your sense of humor may not be their sense of humor, right? Got it? Get yourself very comfortable and situated, grounded. Then once you're into your presentation or whatever, then move, right? So you might use the podium or whatever, or find something to anchor yourself until you get comfortable. So this is good. You're like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Put them here or somewhere. Then once you're comfortable, then just disconnect and move. Let your hands flow freely. So what you want to make sure is you want to make sure that there's not a lot of this. You see a lot of presidential candidates and they blow it because they're doing this or this. Let your hands go where they're going to go, but if they don't, just put them down, or put them down at your side, or put them behind you, right? Don't fidget. There's a lot of we see a lot of with little kids, they immediately start to handle their clothes, and they're doing I'm trying not to hit Troy here. There are a lot of people who do presentations where this is not engaging, okay? And people are talking and they're so closed up, and you have to be open to the opportunity, open to the moment, right? So you want to just, if you don't know what to do with your hands, just put them at your side. And then if you're going to use them, a lot of times there's an invisible barrier where we go like this. We go like this, like here. Somehow our hands want to go here, and we don't allow them. So this seems so rigid and tight, right? Why are you laughing? It makes so familiar, yeah?
No, I just think it's so funny to watch you do that. You're right.
Yeah.
You're 100% right when people do that.
And there's just this, and look, God invented this air too, and your hands want to be there, right? I mean, it's just we just let them go there, right? And you don't have to gesticulate like crazy. You could just naturally let it happen. So when you're rehearsing with the trusted one, the loved one, maybe or maybe not your wife, I'm not sure. You want to make sure that you're moving freely as well, that you're going to use your hands in the way, get comfortable using your hands. My friend Michael says, get out from behind the lectern to connect with your audience. I love this visual. Lions turn into hunters when they break from the tall grass. So basically he's saying that when you stand behind something, it's a protective barrier, and the minute you're free of it, the more engaged your audience is, right? You establish greater authority to be in the room. You have to give yourself permission to own the room, to be in the room, to fully be present in the room, okay? That's what you got to do. Connecting with the audience can happen more directly, more individually. It's less formal and more natural, right? The more that I am you and what I have to tell you is important for you is important. Is the important part. Use vocal variety. So we're going to try to do some of the stuff, and that especially we're about to do now, to keep your voice varied and not monotone. I don't know why we get up there and we suddenly are adapting a different kind of voice. So you may even want to, I know you probably hate this idea, record or videotape yourself doing your presentation just so that you can hear. Not to be self-critical. Everyone always says, oh, I hate the sound of my voice. We're just surprised by the sound of our voice because our voice sounds differently in our heads than than it is to other people. So get used to. You can even fall in love with the sound of your voice. You know what I mean? Not that I love. I like hearing myself only when I'm fully invested in what I like watching my anime characters sometimes because it cracks me up to think that I looked at a picture and did that, we just have to get familiar and comfortable with the sound of our voices. Jump in, be flexible, and have fun. Truly, as often as possible, invest in the truth of the situation, and therein lies the fun. The fun is that it's uniquely you. It's about you. And you want to speak your truth. You're going to passionately, you're not going to be an actor, you're going to passionately tell your truth. That's the goal, okay? So let's try to do that right now in this exercise. So where are my brave volunteers? You're just going to stand up. Let's start with Flo. Are you ready? Just going to stand up, and you're going to just read the copy, okay?
Just read the copy?
Yeah, just read the copy, all right?
You said not to read.
Well, I mean, you have to. In this case, you have to read, unless you just remember. You got something else?
No, I read it, so.
Oh!
I'm just going to try.
Go, yeah. Fantastic.
Hi, I'm Flo, and welcome to Progressive. For over 40 years, we've been offering commercial business insurance as well as auto insurance, renter's insurance, and a multiple system of bundling. multiple policy discounts with a 24/7 live support line. You can either come to one of our very general locations, you can go online, or you can call us at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
I am floored. That is amazing. I can't stand it. That was amazing. I am floored. Floored. Stand up again. Chris, I just
started breathing.
You started to. Can you just start from the beginning? And all I want you to do.
I don't know if I can do this.
You don't have to. I don't care. I just want you to find words, adjectives in what you just said. I just want you to sit on the adjectives, right? I just want you to just find something among the descriptive words that mean something to you and punctuate them. Okay? Just a couple of sentences. You don't have to do the whole thing.
Welcome to Progressive.
That's not an adjective, but that's good. That's the name of the company. So you smiled. You smiled when you say that. When you say the product or whatever it is, you're going to smile, right? When you do, the first thing they tell you in voiceover training is Kellogg's cereal, whatever it is. Welcome to Progressive. You smile when you say the word. When you put a smile in your voice, there's a smile in your.
Welcome to Progressive.
Good.
For over 40 years, we have offered commercial business insurance, renter's insurance, auto insurance, as well as other policy insurances as well. Multiple policy discounts.
Say multiple policy discounts and put the emphasis on multiple.
Multiple policy discounts.
So it's many, right? So now we hear it, right?
24/7 live support service.
And just hit 24/7 and live. So hit 24/7 and live. Say that again?
24/7 and live support service.
Yeah.
What was the rest?
It doesn't matter, right? See the difference? As long as you pick words that mean something to you, we're going to punctuate. These are the things that make this thing unique, more unique than the other thing. Why this, not that? You are my hero. Give me a round of applause. You memorize it. Give me that.
It's not quite.
Go have a voiceover career. My God, it was amazing. Who's next? You want to be next? Sure. Okay. So we're going to sell us a car. Which car is this?
Infinity.
Okay, have it stand up.
The Infinity QX makes every moment a memory. Its luxurious, spacious interior provides exhilarating comfort for every passenger. Thoughtful touches, like the world's first around view monitor, give you the confidence you need to maneuver in even the tightest of spaces. And its 400 horsepower engine gives you the freedom to explore whatever adventures life has to offer. The Infinity QX, because in life, there are no small moments.
Good. Stand up. Can you do the Infinity QX to do the last line and then hit the word no instead? Go.
The Infinity QX, because in life, there are no small moments.
Right? Changes, right? That's what we have to find. You're like, oh, that's good. So you just want to find the thing that's going to accentuate or punctuate so that we know where we're leading to in our speech. So as you go through your speech or go through your notes, you're also going to find the compelling words within the sentences or the paragraphs so that we know what we're working towards, right? Excellent job. Thank you. Anna. No. Anna,
Like
yes.
I'm sitting on a chair.
Sitting on a chair. Good. Who's next? I have, yes, go ahead. And this is speaking of Kellogg's, go ahead.
Okay.
Stacy's going to tell us the new Omega Flax Enhanced.
The biggest news from Kellogg's Raisin Bran is it's actually tiny. New Kellogg's Raisin Bran with omega-3 from flaxseed. Plump, juicy raisins plus omega-3 from flax seeds. And just like the original Kellogg's Raisin Bran, it's a delicious way to invest in your heart health.
There's a tagline somewhere?
Tiny.
Oh, you can't read it. Okay. And so let me just look at this. Give her a round of applause first of all. Hold on. Stacy, right? Mm-hmm. Hit original. We're just going to take, and just like the original Kellogg's Raisin Bran. And when you say Kellogg's Raisin Bran, smile on that. So you're going to hit the word, emphasize the word original, delicious, and then put a button, end with heart health. And so, okay? And just like the original.
And just like the original Kellogg's Raisin Bran, it's a delicious way to invest in your heart health.
Yes, good. And you can even go down further on it. Or go up on it. Invest in your heart health. And invest in your heart health. There it is. That's what it is. Okay, very good. Where's my other one? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rodney.
The world keeps getting smaller. Leave a small footprint. Introducing the all-new 2013 XV Crosstech. It's a natural choice for any direction you're headed. It's the most fuel-efficient all-wheel drive crossover in America. 33 miles per gallon, a partial zero emissions vehicle built in a zero landfill plant. It'll take you more places, more responsibly than ever. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Really good, right, Rodney? Stay standing up. Stay standing up. Let's talk about this product for a second. I know I'm a big fan of Subarus, but what's great about this copy? Who are we selling this to? Everybody? Everybody. Right. Why? What? What's that?
Got something for everybody?
Yes, and why is it saying this thing about no footprint? Why does that matter?
It's environmental.
Right. So we want to lure in that this car makes you feel good about yourself and the world. And so who are we appealing to? Yes, everybody, but we're also appealing to what?
The environment.
Eco-friendly, informed, educated, aware people, right? So he's got a great voice for this. I'm glad that you chose this one because you really, I feel like you're giving us the practical reason why we need to buy this car. So just try to find a few adjectives in there. I'm going to have you do it one more time to sell it to us by using some of the descriptive words. And this is what we're going to do in our presentations anyway, right? We want to make sure that we know that the message is being received and why it's so important. Why I'm telling you and I'm telling you, right? So put the focus on us. We are smart and we are now overachieving smart people. We are exactly the people that they want to sell this car to. Go.
Introducing the all-new 2013 XV Crosstech. It's a natural choice for any direction you're headed.
Perfect.
It's the most fuel-efficient all-wheel drive crossover in America. With 33 miles per gallon, partial zero emissions, built in a zero landfill plant, it'll take you more places more responsibly than ever. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
I bought one. That is fantastic. That right? Yes. You're smart. You're intelligent. You would understand this. You know what I'm talking about. Right? I'm not lying. I'm not trying to manipulate you, even though all of advertising is manipulating you. I'm trying to appeal to your sensibilities. I'm trying to evoke an emotional response to something. Raisin Bran is a really good thing and it's good for your heart, but once you add flax to it, it is like the Red Bull of whatever, you know what I mean? Like we're double dosing something. There's one more out there, isn't there? Yes, okay. And we're gonna sell, what are we selling? Lufthansa, we're gonna send travel.
How do you say that?
Lufthansa.
Lufthansa.
And Kansas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Kansas is gonna make us travel.
Traveler, passenger, guest. On the ground and above the clouds, we have one focus, you. Non-stop you. When you travel with Lufthansa, your ticket is really an invitation. You will feel like our special guest because your comfort and happiness are our business. Every day, our guests experience non-stop you.
Yes, good. Stay right there. The only thing that it needs is a smile throughout because we're talking about what kind of you?
Non-stop you.
Non-stop you, right? So I want you to smile all the way through. And what does non-stop you mean? What's that? Well, yes, it's a play on words, right? But who's the you here?
Business.
Business people, right? You're nonstop. You are so busy, and we're going to take good care of you. Don't worry. So I want you to smile all the way through it, right? That's all you have to. You're nervous about me asking you to smile. You were so magnificent in your presentation. Now just smile. Go.
Traveler.
Yes.
Passenger. Guest.
First of all, he laughed immediately, and it was amazing, right? You were getting on the plane, right? I mean, we were so pulled into you. That was perfect. Let's go over it again. That's exactly it.
On the ground and above the clouds, we have one focus,
Yeah.
you. Non-stop you. When you travel with Lufthansa, Your ticket is really an invitation. You will feel like our special guest because your comfort and happiness are our business. Every day, our guests experience nonstop you.
Justin, don't move. Look, can you go back and look at her? Look at this guy. He is so taken in with what? He's on the plane. He's ordering a drink. He's right. I mean, you were pulled into.
I was thinking about flying.
You were. Give Kansas a round of applause, right? You looked comfortable and pulled into what she was saying. That's really all I'm saying. I mean, thank you. But I appreciate everyone's enthusiasm in this. So we've gone to the top 10 things, and we're going to move on to your collaborative exercise. Does anybody else have any purple things? Yeah, we have a couple more? Okay, great. So now I'm going to divide you up into 5 groups. I know that there's 4 tables, but I'm going to divide you up into 5. Oh, God, okay, several, great. Oh, several. Perfect. Thank you. And you're going to have 10 minutes for this collaboration exercise, okay? So I'm going to come up with, let's see, pumpkin is a fruit. Is that what we learned today? So since this was a Halloween thing, this has the things that I'm about to tell you have nothing to do with your improv exercise. They're just something that's going to divide you up into groups. So I'm going to use pumpkin, skeleton, hayride, witches, and ghosts, okay? So remember which one you are. Pumpkin, skeleton, hayride, witches, ghosts. Pumpkin, skeleton, hayride, witches, ghost. 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 Pumpkin, skeleton. Okay, you got your 5 groups? So can all the pumpkins just stand up for 1 second? Just so I know where you are. So pumpkins, can you assemble over in Kansas's area, just so you know which way you're going? Skeletons, can you stand up? And tell me your name?
Debbie.
And skeletons, can you assemble over in Debbie's area? Hayride, folks? You're there? Okay. Matthew, can you be over by Matthew and Joe? Witches, can you stand up? The coven, there we go. Oh yes, of course. Oh, you get the 2 gentlemen over here by Scott. Oh, I can't give you this yet. Joe's right there, and then ghosts. Over by the easels. Can you stand there? Okay. You guys have 10 minutes. You ready? You have your groups. You have 10 minutes, and you're going to do a collaboration. Improv. You're going to create a scene. 10 minutes. You're going to be up here and you're going to improvise a scene. And your scene must include an entrance, meaning you must enter the scene, an exit, leave the scene, have involved some sort of unison movement. You know what unison, just moving in unison. A pop song, the Pledge of Allegiance, a fight, best friends, and a secret. You have 10 minutes to come up with an improvised scene to figure out how to incorporate all 8 of these things, okay? There's 1, 2.
So we're doing like a dance?
Movement, just there's going to be some sort of, it doesn't matter. Marching in place is a unison movement. 3, 5, and 5, right? I mean, we're 5. So you got it? 10 minutes. We're doing it in front, and you're just going to let yourself loose and just do it, okay?
We will go first.
Okay, everyone, please just sort of take a seat in your immediate area. Find some place with your group in your immediate area. You guys are what?
We're making our entrance.
Yeah, oh, no, what group are you? Skeletons. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Keuka College Improvisational Workshop Series. It's a great honor to introduce a brand new improvisational group that's just been assembled for this special presentation. Welcome the Skeletons. Give them a round of applause.
That was terrible.
Give them a round of applause. Don't go anywhere. Hold on a second. The only thing that's unclear to me is where did the Pledge of Allegiance come from?
In the beginning.
Oh, you're drunk. Okay, so I got that. And this is a bridal shower? What is it? Bachelorette party. Okay, so we're just going to recreate the scene. The only thing I need to come to the fore is the main point of this is we didn't know this was a bachelorette party. Okay, so just emphasize that, right? Then we've landed it. It has an entrance, has an exit. What's my unison movement? The staggering. The staggering. Okay, and clarify that a little bit, and I think you've nailed it. Ready and lights up, go.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes. Clarify that I just need to know that it's a bachelorette party. Ready and go.
We're getting married. I'm so excited. Come on, we're getting married. Let's do shots.
Hello?
Too bad, baby. Bye.
Give them a round of applause. You may take a seat. Did it have an entrance? Yes. Did it have an exit? Yes. Unison movement, staggering in a room full of law enforcement people, or I mean not law enforcement people, but prison. It's very hilarious that you did this. It's like you're having your situation recreated. Your situation recreated. A pop song, yes, bye, 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 Pledge of Allegiance, sort of. A fight, okay. What was the fight about? That's what I couldn't figure out.
She said the pledge wrong.
She said the pledge wrong. All right, I'll buy it. Best friends and a secret. Very good job. Give them a round of applause. This group, what group are you?
Ghost.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Keuka College Improv Cafe. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce the Ghosts. Come up here on stage. Give them a round of applause.
All right, everybody, let's begin the show. Come on up, come on up.
See? I knew Joshua was an actor.
All right. So everybody has their movements down. They know what they're doing, their shapes and everything. All right, let's pull the sheet up. All right, I'll cue the sound. Ready? And action. And we're moving. There you go. Make some shapes. Come on, move around. Be interactive with it. Come on, everybody.
You guys are doing it right.
All right. Cut. Oh, wait, you Stop. Listen.
Are you talking about me? Don't talk about me. You're supposed to be my best friend.
Listen, I want you to pledge allegiance right now. Say the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Now, to me, I'm the director of this show. The allegiance is to me. You do what I say. All right?
I quit.
I'm sick of this fighting. I'm done with the secrets. We are done.
I love the Ghosts. Give them a round of applause. I have nothing to say other than I am so impressed. Joshua, if I had a contract, I'd be handing you one right now. Thank you very much, man. I'll take that. Yeah. Good. Have a seat. That's fantastic. Hayride? Was it the Hayride people?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Come on, you have to go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Keuka College Cabaret Improv Cafe. It is my great pleasure to welcome the Hayrides. Give them a round of applause.
We're a performing group, and we're glad that you guys could all come and watch us perform. Shh, don't tell me.
We came in like a wrecking ball with liberty for all.
Don't talk about my mother.
Thank you.
All right, wait, come back, hey Ryan. I feel like I just took some sort of LSD drug. What is going on in your scene?
We just made it all fit.
You took each thing, each element, and linked it together. So
Fusion.
This was an interpretive fusion moment. I thought, okay, so there was an entrance, yes. There was an exit, yes. The unison movement is that you came in, and so where was the Pledge of Allegiance part?
I came in like a wrecking ball. There's your pop song with liberty and justice for all. There's the Pledge of Allegiance.
And where was the best friend? Oh, right. Okay.
Your left arm.
The draw? What?
That was the fight.
I am just going to just say thank you. That was amazing. And say, I'm going to give you a round of applause. Do I have pumpkins? Did I even say pumpkins? Oh, yes, pumpkins. Pumpkins are next. I'm going to take those sheets from you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Keuka College Improv Cabaret. During this Halloween season, it's only appropriate to introduce the pumpkins. Give them a round of applause.
Good morning, class, and welcome to your first day of kindergarten. Can everyone stand up so we can say the Pledge of Allegiance? Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States.
Hey, the idiocy of...
So call me baby!
The idiocy of this song is no reason to beat up my pregnant friends. Platonic pregnant friends.
In kindergarten.
We do not play kindergarten.
It's not funny.
Yes, it is. Is that the end of the scene? And blackout! Oh my goodness. So the only thing that's unclear about this is, are we in kindergarten or are we not in kindergarten? Because my platonic pregnant friend wasn't in...
I used the prop.
Well, the prop. Oh my God. This I want to say though, it was the embodiment of using yes and. I have to say, right? It was very, very clever dialogue writing. So it had an entrance, yes. Exit, yes. Unison movement, yes. Pop song, yes. Pledge of Allegiance, good. Fight. What was the fight regarding?
The Anna started not singing. She wasn't doing the pledge. She was singing the song.
Oh, that's right. She was singing the pop song. Okay, got that. Best friends.
She was
I was
supposed to be your best friend.
A little sketch on the best friends. And then the secret was what?
They were that I had just peed my pants.
Oh, okay, as part of a kindergarten thing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the pumpkins a round of applause. I have one group left, right? And you guys are the?
Witches.
The witches. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, in this Halloween season in the Keuka College Improv Cabaret, it's my great honor to welcome the witches. Give them a round of applause. I'll get that out of the way. You guys are extreme. You have to set up the scene? Okay.
So excited to go to this Yankees game.
Finally.
Excited baseball game.
We don't have to pay for her when I'm choosing it.
Oh. You want? Oh, here. Whoever wants it. Oh, they're at the Yankees game. Okay.
There it is. There it is.
He was safe.
Oh, he was out.
Oh, he was safe.
He was out.
See that?
They caught it though.
I really bet on the Yankees.
We're done. Give them a round of applause. Go back. Number one, the opening line was, I'm really excited that we're going to this Yankees game. Right? So we want to make sure that if you're going to say a line like, I'm really excited, we're going to be excited about it, okay? You hit all the elements. It was actually a really well crafted scene. I did not feel like I took a hallucinogenic drug. Which I'm not saying that was a very creative, yes and. That was a very creative scene. But this is very literal, and I like, you had all the elements, but you undersold yourself. So all I want to do is accentuate and enhance. Your script was great. The stuff that you guys said to each other, I just want you to hear louder. So excitement about being in the Yankees. Okay, it's okay. The Pledge of Allegiance, that's a good, oh, I did it again, Troy, I'm so sorry. Let's just go back again and just make it, sell it more, in other words. I felt that the folks who did the interpretive one sold something that was very hard to, grasp, but they were so terrific that I was like, that's great. Now you have a great script, now sell it. Ready? Go.
Can't believe we finally got to go to the Yankees.
Yes, exactly.
Pledge allegiance to the flag.
United States.
There it is.
It's all about that moment anyway, as far as I'm concerned.
I really bet on the Red Sox.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
And an exit. Okay? That was so fun. Thank you. Give them a round of applause. First of all, it was worth every moment to do it twice just to have Scott do you. Whoop, there it is again. You have been in an amazing, amazing group, and I thank you so much for your willingness. You've been terrific. I'm going to answer these questions. How do you prevent your mind from going blank? Even when I know the material, once I stand up in front of an audience, my mind goes blank, and I tend to read from the notes. So you're going to split the difference. You're going to start out with your notes, and you're going to rehearse with your notes. And then once you're comfortable, so what you want to do is make sure that you're in your comfort zone, then you can break free of them, all right? So you can, I don't mean to keep your head down and then now I'm comfortable, but you're going to rehearse well enough so that you can stay connected to your material, then compose yourself. But I really do believe that if you breathe, rehearse, practice a little bit, it's the breaking loose and feeling free part of it that you're afraid of, and the minute you do that, you doubt yourself, and that's why your mind goes blank. And truthfully, if your mind goes blank, you just say, oh, wait a second, I forgot where I am, or give me a moment. I think I did it before. I think I always said, oh, let me just refer back to where I am. Give me a sec. The audience is on your side. They don't want you to be nervous. They don't want you to fail. You have to remember that they're there for you to succeed. Otherwise, they're bored, or they don't want to feel uncomfortable for you. Right? You have to remember that. They're on your side. Filling in the amount of time allotted for getting material. Forgetting material happens, and the amount of time allotted you don't necessarily have to fill, but having good bulleted point notes really prevents you from forgetting something. So that's why bullet points are great, because it keeps you on track, and they're easier to read than notes. Does that make sense? So that they are your roadmap, really. They're your Siri, right? Go to this area next. Proper attire, grooming, and jewelry. Great question. Ladies or gentlemen, don't wear anything that's going to rattle. Gentlemen, if you wear, like say right now, Troy is recording this, and sometimes you have to wear a microphone, and sometimes, guys, you wear something like a chain or something with metal around your neck, but it's underneath your shirt, of course. And if you wear a microphone, the sound guy will be like, what is jangling? They're hearing the thing that's underneath your shirt. So if you're wearing a microphone of any sort, make sure that you're checking jewelry from getting in the way, including what's under your collar. So that's true for ladies as well. And then, ladies, don't wear bracelets or anything that's going to clang, 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 or big earrings that are going to get caught in anything. You certainly don't want, a glamour don't happen in the middle of your presentation. But just wear stuff that you are totally comfortable with. Don't wear new shoes, because you don't know how they're going to feel. And don't wear anything that you haven't worn before, because you don't want to be distracted by constantly fixing the thing that's new, right? Be in your comfort zone, including your clothes. How well do you dress up? A little bit better than what the room is wearing. So find out what the room is wearing, and then you top it a little bit more. I immediately took my jacket off. Do you know why?
None of us have jackets.
Right, I didn't want to be overdressed, and I didn't want to give you an impression that I was somebody that I'm not. I didn't want to be like, I'm from New York, and I want to tell you, I didn't want to, I'm going to a wedding after this. That's why I wore a suit. I'm going back to New York City, and I have to go to a wedding, so I had to bring the whole suit. So I just thought I can always take apart the parts of, so that's the truth. So I took the jacket off because it fits this environment. Make sense? So we'll just drop a little bit more. How do you correct the part of your career? That's why you have the trusted loved one. You have to have somebody who says, you say a lot, and you're like, really, I do? Someone has to draw attention to it in a loving, safe way, right? So if you have a nagging spouse who says, you really drive me crazy when you say blah, 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 that's not going to be helpful, because it will only draw attention to it in a negative way, right? Make sense? So practice, the more you speak. You live in an environment where you get it in your car a lot. That's the best place to practice breathing, practice your tongue twisters, practice your speeches. Do it in the car. They don't know what you're talking about. They think you're on the phone. I do it while I'm driving in New York City. They still think I'm on the phone. Plus, everyone talks to themselves in New York City anyway. So, I'm not nervous when I speak, but I tend to shake a lot when I speak. How can I correct this? Totally makes sense. Anchor yourself first. Anchor. Feel anchored. Know your environment well enough to feel anchored. Then test yourself as you're speaking. Little by little, break away. Right. So I'm anchored. I've taken a nice deep breath. I'm talking, I'm moving away, I'm doing really well. Now I'm totally free of the podium, but you have to do it in steps. Test yourself, test yourself, test yourself. It's like swimming in the deep end, you know what I mean? Just little by little during the course of your presentation. If you can rehearse ahead of time, holding on to something. But I don't want you to be anchored and then frozen, because if you do this for too long, all they're gonna be doing is waiting for you to let go. They're gonna watch your hand, right? Same thing with being crossed up or crossed up. They're just going to be looking at you. They're just going to be like, oh my God, I just wish he would uncross his arms. Or she's so uncomfortable in that position. How can she do her whole speech this way? You know? So you end up upstage, to use a theater term, you end up upstaging yourself. How do I address the red face? I have a friend, a great actress friend, who gets rashy here in this area, and she's like, how do I do the rash? How the rash? Was the rash bad? I don't even see the rash. So the red face thing to you, or the rashy thing to you, is so much bigger than what you think it is. So with practice, first of all, if you you don't want to draw attention to it, and breathing will help a tremendous amount. It happens. And then if for some reason, if you are the type of person who gets beet red, you could say, I have a tendency to get red, don't worry about it. I'm fine. You tell them that you're okay, right? I just want you to know that I'm okay, this is what happens. Moving on. If it must be. But most of the time, don't even draw attention to it. It's such a big deal to you. How do we break through the familiarity, the pattern of presenting before the same group over and over? What's up?
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one. Meaning when you're doing constant presentations, you want to just...
We're our cohort, so I have the same 4 people in my class. It's just 4 of us.
Look, I just made you do something that you didn't know that you were going to be doing, and you all did it, and you were all willing. So I think that the more you try to vary up, make a situation fun or interactive, or have I'm going to answer this more specifically. Give me an example of...
Our final project for my cohort, I'm assuming we all use the same syllabuses if you're in criminal justice, but you have to give a 10-minute presentation on what your 10-page, 15 resource paper is. Mm-hmm. And it's the same 5, I forgot to count myself, it's the same 5 of us. And sometimes, a majority of the time, we all have the same topic, not meaning to. Me and the girl that sits next to me last time, we both did serial killers. So I did mine first, and then I got to hear hers, which was all about mine. And it comes to the point where I think sometimes in the class, we're not really listening to each other because we listen to each other. They were so small.
You get so used to hearing each other.
We listen to each other the whole
What's happening during that process then is that it's about the presentation and it's not about your passion. So you want to personalize the experience. The one thing that makes your presentation different from somebody else's presentation is your point of view. What's so compelling to you about it? What personal experience that you have? Give them the hook from the beginning. Why is it interesting, compelling, important to you personally? Start with the very, very, very specific and then move to the general. Does that make sense? That way, they're pulled into it from the very, very beginning. They're going to hear something that they've never heard before. And it can't be duplicated because it's your story, not theirs. Right? Does that make total sense? Does anybody have any questions or any comments about anything? I hope this was useful. I hope that you got something out of it. I hope you had fun also. Anything anywhere? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the room. You're going to stand. You're going to say, hi, my name is so-and-so, and then tell us something else about yourself. And I want you to project, use a lot of vocal variety and a lot of energy. And we're not going to clap after each one. We're going to clap when everyone's done. Okay? You ready to do that? We've been blasted out of your comfort zone. Now we're just going to end the way we began. Ready? Go.
My name's still Ed, and what I was telling that gentleman over there was that my dad was a Brooklyn Dodger fan just like him and forced us to be Met fans when we were young, my sisters and I, and we couldn't root for the Yankees. And we've had to live with that our whole lives.
Fantastic. Next.
My name is Rodney, and I've enjoyed this day. I've got a lot out of it. Enjoyed meeting everybody.
Thank you, Rodney. Next.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I am the #1 Pittsburgh Steelers fan in New York.
I believe that. Next.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm first generation American, so I too am originally from Italy. Well, my mother is originally from Italy. So.
Excellent, excelente. Next. You were.
Hi, I'm Elsie, and I have a black lab Australian mix.
Oh, fantastic, Elsie. Next.
Hi, I'm Mary, and sorry. I am Mary, and I lived abroad twice in Poland and Albania.
Fantastic. Next, she held out on us. Keep going.
Hi, I'm Debbie. One of my first jobs out of high school was working for American Airlines.
Oh, so you want to travel again now. Next.
I hadn't thought of anything yet.
That's all right.
My name is Sarah, and I just drove to Florida 2 months ago.
Perfect. We're going to make sure we tell the jury back there. So we're going to project our voices so that they hear it. Next.
Hi, I'm Shelly, and back in the 90s, I went to Cape Cod for a weekend and lived there 20 years.
Oh, fantastic. Next.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I was just thinking about all the wineries I could hit on the way back to Syracuse.
Excellent! She just spoke her truth, right? Next.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I'm still hoping the Giants will win this.
Next.
Hi, I'm Anna, and I'm absolutely terrified of rabbits.
Oh, fascinating. Meet John. He has got about 8 of them. Oh, no, 15 of them. Go ahead, Nick.
Hi, my name is Kim. I forgot to mention in my earlier speech that I'm from Baldwinsville, New York. How you doing? And I bleed orange.
What a difference from the beginning. I just have to say, from the beginning of this session to end, you are a total rock star, and I just want you to go home thinking about that. Keep going. Next.
I'm Stacy. I am not a sports fan at all.
That's okay. Did you win? Yeah, you went. Okay. Next.
My name is Amy, and my great-grandfather helped write the Webster's Dictionary.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. Next.
I'm Carolyn, and I have to vacuum my carpets probably every day in the summertime because I have a husky.
A husky. Next.
I'm Janice. I live in Liverpool, and my grandchildren are on the other side of the country in Oregon. 6 of them.
Oh, wow.
Hi, I'm Mary, and when I was younger, I had chickens.
That's great. Are you kidding me? That's fantastic. I didn't. Keep going.
Hi, my name is Bernadette, and I love ghost stories.
Ooh, nice.
Hi, I'm Robin, and I have a dog named Louie.
Oh, fantastic. Who's Louis named after?
No one.
No one? You like the name Louis?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Just fit.
Oh, nice. Next.
Hi, I'm Matt. At one time, I lived in the Dallas, Texas area for 9 years. And you can imagine how a boy from Brooklyn with his accent got along down in Dallas.
I bet they liked you a lot. Did they?
Which part of New York y'all come from?
Which part of New York y'all come from? And I would like you to go back there now.
They think the entire state of New York looks like Manhattan.
Oh, everyone thinks that. Oh, we're up here. Oh my God, right? You must resent that so much. You know, it's just.
New York, you're from upstate.
You're from upstate, right. But you know what? People from Texas don't really care about anything else anyway. They just care about Texas because we're a big state here. Yeah. Next.
Hi, I'm Josh from Batavia, and I have 1 lung.
You do? Is that true?
Yeah, it is true. That is a true story.
Okay, that's amazing because his level of projection is phenomenal, and everything I just say about how the body is constructed, you are literally living proof of that.
Also an athlete. So.
Also an athlete. Well, that helps a lot too. Okay, last Kansas over here. I'm coming to you.
I'm Kansas, and next Saturday I have to present to all 300 employees at my organization following a professional speaker from Disney World who was an executive there for 20 years. And I'm going to rock it.
Yes! That was it. Exactly. Next. Fantastic.
Hi, I'm Kristen, and I've signed up to be a living kidney donor.
Wow. Thank you. That's worth a round of applause right now. Next.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm from Trumansburg. I wanted to tell you something funny. So at one point in my life, I was pooped on by a bird through my sunroof.
Through your song. I must say that bird has an amazing skill, aim. That is like statistically really. The car was moving at the time?
No, I was.
Oh, okay. So that next show.
Hi, I'm Joe and I'm from Gorham and I'm going to Sweden this summer.
Yeah, nice. Next.
I'm Scott, I'm from Baldwinsville, but I live in Baldwinsville, I'm from Camillus, and to this day, after that story, my wife thinks she saved my life.
Oh, that's good. This table has gone, right? Oh, you all went. My name is Michael, and I've absolutely loved being with you here today, and I thank you so much, and I give you a round of applause. Thank you all. I really appreciate it.